Hello, students. Here are 5 scientifically proven ways to stay happy all the time. How do you stay happy all the time? Is it possible? And is there any proof that there are ways that can work? In this post, I will show you 10 ways that are scientifically proven. If this does not convince you, then I do not know what will. Number 1, exercise more. Lots of studies on this. Exercising releases the good mood endorphins, so that you are always in a better mood after a workout or simply a walk. I have never met a person in a bad mood after a workout. But where is the scientific evidence? The University of Toronto did a great job on this, and I analyzed no less than 25 research studies. The conclusion was that physical activity can and does help to keep depression at bay. The best study I know is where 3 groups of depressed people are put on a regimen of antidepressants, exercise, or a combination of the two. No surprise to know that all 3 groups were happier. But did it last? 6 months later, the group who had been treated with exercise only had a very low relapse rate of only 9%. The other 2 groups had relapsed, and how? Their rates were ranging from 38% to 31%. So about a third of them were depressed again. Number 2, positive thinking affects your performance. Shawn Achor once said, "Happiness is the precursor to success." Sounds like pie in the sky? Well, according to Shawn Achor, if he knows everything about what factors impinge on your happiness, such as stressors, hassles, successes, economic circumstances, relationships, and so on, then he can only predict about 10% of your long-term happiness. The remaining 90% is how you process the world around you. If happiness is on the other side of success, it is unlikely you will get there as you continually strive to get better grades, higher salaries, and so on. Positive thinking raises energy levels, creativity, and productivity by as much as 30%. The secret is to use positive thinking now rather than when you are rich and famous. Watch the video for a very entertaining outline of this. True, false, or not given. Physical activity can and does help to keep depression at bay. More than 40 million Americans are on some kind of antidepressant. "90% of your long-term happiness is determined by how you process the world around you." Negative thinking raises your energy levels by as much as 30%. Okay. Number 3, trash your negative thoughts. Some people are overwhelmed by their negative thoughts, and they have real problems in getting rid of them. A University of Madrid study found that by actually writing these thoughts down on a piece of paper and then destroying them was effective. They recommended that you either tear them up, throw them in the trash, or burn them. The very act of discarding them physically does seem to help in reducing their toxic effects. Psychologists suggest doing this on a regular basis. Number 4, treasure your experiences more than consumer products. Thomas Gilovic, a psychologist at Cornell University, has done quite a bit of research on why it is better to treasure memorable and pleasant experiences rather than the material things we buy. There are many reasons for this, as outlined in his study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology. Comparing possessions and looking at better objects after purchase can be demoralizing and ruin the initial pleasure we got when we purchased and took possession of that new car, that new TV, that new computer. But treasuring experiences, on the other hand, is not nearly as destructive. They belong to us. They are special, and they provide long-lasting happiness. We should always aim to visit a new place or just go trekking. Local authorities should be able to provide the facilities in towns and cities for which people may experience more enjoyable and pleasurable activities. More enjoyable and pleasurable than going to the shopping mall? True, false, or not given? Catching the trash can on fire is a good way to get rid of all your problems. When we compare what we purchase with similar but better items, it can be demoralizing. Okay, number 5, write down why you are grateful. Feeling and thinking about the things you are grateful for as you wake up is a great way to build more happiness. Research on our brain shows that we always tend to focus on the negative things in life, like worries, tragedies, failures, and discontent, negativity is the default position, it seems. According to Rick Hanson, a neuropsychologist, we got this negativity bias that's a kind of bug from the Stone Age brain in the 21st century. This is why we need to focus on the good, and more specifically, we need to hone in on what we should be grateful for. There are various ways you can do this. Here are some ideas. When you wake up, remind yourself mentally of these things, of three things that you can be grateful for. Some people prefer to write down these three things and keep the list to remind themselves every now and then. Use Twitter or Facebook if you feel so inclined. It can be useful to remind your followers that this does actually work. Express gratitude by phoning your significant other or by treating a colleague to coffee for their help with a project or a task. Try giving back by helping a person or by volunteering for a few hours a week. But is there any scientific proof that this actually works? There have been numerous studies on gratitude to suggest that there is. True, false, not given. Writing down what you are grateful for in the morning as soon as you wake up has been found to be a great way to build more happiness. Tragedies, failures, and discontent can be completely eradicated if we write down three things in the morning. Thank you.